ठीक है. All right, guys. Just to let you know, recording has started. So this session is now recorded. So, guys, as per the topic of discussion, we are supposed to discuss, requirement gathering techniques, requirement gathering management plan. All right. So, before I, as usual, before I get into that and give you more insight onto this, I would really appreciate if you can let me know what is your understanding as of now in terms of requirement gathering. Yes, guys. Please let me know. Yes, guys, I'm waiting. I'm sure that this topic has been covered with you. Yes, guys, you can hear me loud and clear, right?
Yes, Rohit, I would like to say about the requirement gathering that is collecting information from the clients, what they need.
Yes, yes, Wasif, please.
You can say getting information from client from the project they are looking to understanding, then like pre-sale requirement or like post-sale requirement.
ठीक है. All right. What else? Or anybody else?
Yeah, Rohit, requirement gathering is the process of understanding the client needs, like what they are looking for, and trying to gather as much as information possible by a few methods. There are multiple ways we can do requirement gathering. We can, refer to some old documents. We can check with them, or we can try to understand, like, if they have some roadmap, if they have some documents, etc. We can do workshops, we can do interviews, etc. in order to do the requirement gathering.
Hmm. ठीक है. Yes, yes, Ankush bhai. Anybody else who would like to give us their insight?
Hello.
ठीक है. All right, guys.
Hello.
Anji, Suryansh, you want to say something? You want to add?
Requirement gathering means asking the client what they need and making sure everyone understand the same thing before starting the work. And in this, we have to like pre-sales requirement, post-sales requirement. In the pre-sales requirement, initial information collecting to understand the client need before signing the project. And in the post-sales, we start working on the project like product backlog planning and like that.
ठीक है. All right, guys. I mean, yes. This is what exactly, from the, of course, high level, vague level requirement gathering is all about. Okay, there is a proper defined plan to this. Okay, which we need to adhere, which we need to follow in order to make sure that we have understood the requirement and then we are working on to the, uh, you know, uh, software development lifecycle in a sequential, iterative, incremental, and periodic approach in order to achieve the sprint goal, epic goal, project goal that we have defined for ourselves. Okay. We need to understand that there is a vision, there is a discovery phase wherein we connect with the with the stakeholders. Okay. It could be internal stakeholders, it could be external stakeholders, and it could be both. Okay. Wherein we discuss with the client, with their stakeholders, as in what is their high level business requirement, what exactly the objective, what exactly the expectations that they're expecting into the format of a web or mobile app. Okay, then accordingly we will also do the market analysis, feasibility analysis, to provide what they are actually looking in. Okay, because whether we are a product based, whether we are a service based, we have as is product and service. And as per the as is and to be, the client would be expecting a to be expectations. So from as is to be, there would be changes, enhancement, expectations, customizations, issues which we need to accommodate and compensate in such a way that we would be able to deliver it within the limitation of our technology and with the expectations of the client side. Okay. Once the plan is to make sure that the requirement gathering is done, then we as a product team start with the product backlog management. Then we do the resource allocation. I mean, during the project planning, we will do the resource allocation, task delegation, ticket prioritization, and time estimation to prioritize the business value and needs the client is expecting, and make sure that the documents, the requirements, the expectations, they are clear, concise, and testable. Once that is done, then we will do the iterative sprint approach. You know what is iterative sprint approach, na? Iterative means repetitive, vicious. Okay, sprint is a 2 weeks, 1 week. Okay, अभी जैसे I am working part time. ठीक है, तो what they are following, they are doing 1 week of sprint. ठीक है, every week we are migrating live migration onto the live environment. ठीक है, और during this specific scenario, अभी तो मैंने तो in between I have joined. ठीक है, but a motor process you need to understand is that key there is a Workday. I don't know if you have heard about Workday. It's a HR tool. ठीक है, Workday, it's a very big tool. ठीक है, there is a Workday, there is a ServiceNow. So it's an implementation of ServiceNow with the Workday, which is a new progress project which is known as HRSD. ठीक है, तो इस HRSD पे we are creating n number of user stories, we are doing n number of presentations, और यहाँ पे presentations every alternate days or every third day हो रही है. ठीक है, wherein as per the dev environment we are showing it to the client, but that is one of the process or one of the culture. Okay, so what exactly happens is that once we have done the requirement gathering, we carry on with the product backlog, we carry on with the project planning, we carry on with the requirements, and then we carry on with the iterative sprint approach. Okay, probably 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. Okay, max to max 4 weeks. Okay, depending on culture to culture, and then accordingly we break down the epics into smaller sprints or user stories. अभी यहाँ पे एक interview चल रहा था. The question was asked कि what is the difference between epic and a user story? ठीक है. So can you guys answer me this question? I'm sure you have gone through with the terminologies. What is the difference between epic and user story?
Rohit, as per my understanding, Epic is something, a particular feature we are working on, and the user stories is something like it is the part of the you can say the sprint.
I'm sorry, Lakan bhai. User story is a part of.
Sprint.
Lakan bhai, your voice is breaking up, I believe.
Right, sprint.
Not conclusively, Lakan bhai. Can anyone answer me this question? Difference between epic and story?
A large body of work that can be broken down into smaller pieces is epic.
Then what's a user story?
A smaller detailed requirement.
Okay, all right. Okay. So yes, I mean what you mentioned, that is from the very high level, to be very true. It was not actually correct, but it's very high level thing what you mentioned. आपने माइलस्टोन सुना है कभी? हैव यू एवर हर्ड अबाउट माइलस्टोन्स? कभी सुना है मैनेजमेंट को, यार ये माइलस्टोन मुझे अचीव करना है, 3 महीने हैं, 6 महीने हैं, 9 महीने हैं?
It's like a target
Yes.
you have to complete in a specific period.
Yes. Hanji, Simrat, you were speaking, you were saying something.
I was, you were asking about Epic and user stories, so I just wanted to discuss that with you. So for
बताइए
me,
बताइए.
Epic is like a module of some project, and a user story is further divided functionality which has to be given to the client, and it is written as per the user's perspective.
Okay. Yes. Yes, guys. This is what it actually is. Okay, let me explain you via a simple example. Okay. चलो HRMS पे ही बताता हूँ. HRMS is a product. ठीक है, HRMS is a product. Under HRMS we have modules. ठीक है, what are these modules? These modules are VMS, ATS, leave management, learning management, timesheet, payroll, roster, shift, infection, fatigue, hospital management system, claims and insurance management system, and NDIS. These are all different modules. Constituting these 13 modules is one product or service. Now these modules, they can be converted in 13 modules, and every module is a milestone that we need to achieve and deliver successfully to the client in order to achieve the deliverables. So these modules are milestone. Now let's talk about leave. When I click on leave, I have, leave management is a module. Under leave, we have paid leave, casual leave, sick leave. Okay. So let's consider these modules or milestone, or let's say epics, or let's say sub epics as paid leave, sick leave, and casual leave. So paid leave is an epic. Under paid leave, we have apply, view, edit or change, and delete or cancel paid leave. So these 4 actions, it could be a sprint. Under one sprint, which is apply paid leave, there could be a apply one day, there could be apply multiple days, there could be apply, multiple alternate days and multiple consecutive days and a range of days. These are different user stories. And under these apply, single day, there could be multiple task or multiple unit task or multiple subtask, which is when you click on apply single day, you need to select calendar, select date or add date or update date or change date, mention the comments, submit and cancel button. So now you can understand that this is the work breakdown structure that we do. So this is the difference between epic and story or a user story. Epic is a module. Epic is a group of multiple unit task is equal to one sprint, and multiple sprints is equal to one epic, or multiple modules is equal to epic. No, I'm sorry, not the modules. Multiple sprints is equal to one epic. So epic is a milestone that we are supposed to deliver 3 months, 9 months, 6 months, 12 months basis. And stories are those unit or subunit feature and its functionality which we write down from the user, as in the business driver perspective in the live environment. Okay, Lakan bhai, Wasif, Simrat, Neeraj, Suryansh, and everyone.
Yes.
Clear.
Okay. Then comes, once we are done with the iterative refinement approach, then we start connecting with the stakeholders, which is known as जब हमने requirement ले ली, we have prioritized it, we have refined it, we have created the document, we have got the approval. we have started working on the internal grooming session. Then we start with the, I mean, daily stand up to ho hi rahe hain, and then we carry on with accordingly, let's say, daily updates. As per the sprint goal, we start working on the design, development, testing, and deployment. And then deployment done, retrospective. Okay, so that is what your requirement gathering management plan is all about. Okay, let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. You all can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about, requirement gathering management plan. Let me increase the font. Yeah, so right. Okay, there is your vision and discovery. Collaborate with the stakeholders for the product vision, high-level requirements identification and objectives, market research, then backlog creation. Once product backlog is done with the initial BRD and revised BRD, then we start working on the project planning with product backlog. Then we prioritize the sprint backlog. Then we do the sprint planning, wherein we prioritize the user stories as per the business value and customer needs. Business value का मतलब है as per the limitation of our technology, that we can do it or not, by what time we can do it, and how many resources and effort would be estimated. Customer needs are those expectations, enhancement, changes, and customizations. Okay. Then we make sure that whatever the requirements that we have done, it is what do we call it? Smart. Okay, SMART. It should be specific, measurable, accountable, reliable, and traceable, so that it should be clear, concise, and testable. Okay. Iterative approach. We make sure that the sprint planning is done with complete refinement. We break down the epics into smaller user stories and then define the acceptance criteria for the story. Then, of course, we connect with the stakeholders for the grooming sessions, daily stand-ups, and give feedbacks to internal and external stakeholders for the continuous improvement. Daily feedback or daily stand-up and daily updates are necessary because you never know. I mean, developer, they have updated the change and they have updated it in a ticketing tool, let's say Jira, in that Jira card for that specific ticket. You haven't checked it. Okay, you did not connect with the developer, or you did not check it on the Jira for that Jira card, and you just carry on with the testing and everything is fine. Later on, when it comes to the definition of done, you found out and developer found out that the changes with developer has updated, it was not tested. The reason why it was not tested, because you as a business analyst, you did not check the ticket. And since you did not check it, so you tested and passed it as per the previous functionality. ठीक है, समझ रहे हो मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ? What I'm trying to say is that कि let's say let's say payroll, ठीक है, हम payroll पे जाते हैं, we click on salary slips, we try to generate and export it, ठीक है, export कर रहे हैं, it is only and only available in Excel sheet. This is the feature and functionality that we can only get exported in Excel sheet. But now the developer, they have put a add-in that now it can also be exported in PDF file. But that PDF file is, you did not check it. So it was tested as per only Excel sheet. And when the client is, when we are giving the demonstration to the client is expecting the PDF file and it's not available. Or you have not tested and it is not working fine. So that is the reason why you need to ensure that you are checking on a daily basis. Then of course testing, and then about the continuous improvement. Participate in retrospectives for areas for improvement. Adapt requirements as in changes, enhancements, customization. You work it accordingly and optimize workflows. Okay. Any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues as of now? Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe anyone?
No.
Okay. So coming to the point, देखो, वैसे तो guys, this question always and always comes कि ठीक है यार रोहित, you said in your interview कि you are doing requirement gathering. ठीक है. So what are all the techniques that you are using and how do you do the requirement? Okay, my usual answer is, although there are a lot of techniques, believe me, trust me, there are a lot of techniques, but I always say I am doing the requirement apart from pre-sales. Is it so, guys? You all can hear me loud and clear. Is my voice breaking?
Yes,
Yes,
Rohit.
sir.
एक ही शर्त पे
Sometimes.
चलूंगी, जो मुझे चाहिए सब दिला के लाओगे, चाहे भले 4 जगह जाना पड़े। बर्तन धो
Guys, please make sure that you are on mute when you are speaking personally. एक मिनट, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोगों ने कनेक्ट कर रखा है.
सर आप म्यूट में हैं।
मैं यार यहाँ पे ऑफिस में सबको बोल रहा हूँ मोबाइल डेटा पे आ जाओ. मे भी बहुत सारे लोग कनेक्टेड है, दैट्स व्हाई. How about now, guys? Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, it's absolutely clear now.
It's fine now.
ठीक है. ठीक है भाई. So what I was saying कि I have been asked or candidates have been asked a lot of time this question कि ठीक है Rohit, you told me that uh, you are involved in the requirement gathering. So tell me what are all the techniques that you are using and how do you do it? So I always say from the very fundamental perspective कि I am doing the requirement gathering every sprint basis. Of course, after pre-sales. So I'm doing requirement gathering every sprint basis. Every release, I'm sorry, every sprint, we have the agenda of the meeting as per the sprint backlog. We have already created the user stories with the wireframes, and then I connect with the client along with my product owner, and we discuss about the user stories and FRDs or FRDs that we have prepared as per the feature and functionality along with the wireframe. And then I always ensure that I ask the client about the expectations, changes, customizations, issues, or any sort of enhancement that they are looking in. And I always cover it up with my pictorial representations of my wireframes. And then whatever the changes and expectations coming from the client side, I document and then I create and revise my user stories and FRDs, and then I pass it on to my product owner and client. So this is how I do it every sprint basis. I always ensure that I do smart analysis. Whatever that I'm doing, it should be specific, measurable, accountable, reliable, traceable. As per the smart analysis, I do the RACI or RACI matrix, which is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed, wherein whosoever is responsible, of course, there is business analyst. Whosoever is accountable, of course, product owner. Whosoever is consulted, of course, my Scrum team. And whosoever is informed, of course, my internal and external stakeholder alongside with the client side. So that's how I do. And I always ensure that it is a group discussion and topic discussion. Okay, wherein we discuss it about the specific agenda of the meeting. Okay. However, there are other mediums via which you can do the requirement gathering. Okay. User stories and story mapping, interviews and workshops, prototyping and wireframing, observation and shadowing, and backlog grooming and prioritization. Okay. अच्छा, during this thing, I remember one thing. Okay. एक बार during the interview, there was a very peculiar and very interesting question came into the picture for the requirement gathering. I would like you to, I mean, answer this question. So if I say, okay, guys, you are doing requirement gathering, but the scenario is
The voice is not
the
clear, sir.
still
Now it's fine. Like
So,
breaking out in a mid.
okay. So the scenario is you are a business analyst and you are connecting to a client, and let's say that client is Japanese. You don't know Japanese, and client he or she doesn't know English or Hindi. So how you are going to do the requirement gathering? And there is no translator available.
Sir, via email, Duolingo,
So
or
by
let's say
email,
a
क्या भाई,
chat
email में
application.
भी तो you will be writing down
Sir,
English
converter.
or Hindi.
We'll use converter. Sir, we'll use converter now.
No, no.
Language converter.
Client is online with you, video call on Teams.
So Duolingo.
Let's consider that translation, transcription, or multilingual facility is not available. Because that was what was told to me.
So we have to learn Japanese then.
Sorry?
So we have to learn Japanese then.
Acha, for requirement gathering, you will first learn Japanese and then you'll start doing the requirement gathering. Or you'll ask client to learn Hindi or English.
Sir, by
ठीक है?
showing
What
the
else?
tools and we'll try to gather the information from the.
Once again, Varsha, I didn't hear it.
Sir, I said with the we will show the tools and with few terms that will be very common. We'll try to gather the information from the client.
What information you will gather from the client?
Sir, real-time
Anybody?
voice converter
we
we'll
can
use.
Can we show them our existing applications which we have made previously?
You are on a right track, Rajeshi, but a bit more. Let me say that currently the live or QA or dev environment is not available for that feature and functionality. That means currently the UI UX in the live is not available. How will you do it then?
we can
Sir,
check with them like
maybe
if they have any
Figma.
similar idea or if they have any similar application or website that they want their website to be like.
Ankush, once again, Ankush.
Okay, I said like we can check with the client that if they have any specific website or application that they want their website or application to look like.
Again, you are on a right direction. Okay, let's not waste time. Guys, the answer to this question is I am going to create wireframes, the exact wireframes and prototypes, and I will show it to the client in the pictorial representation. Okay, I'll show to the client with arrows. I'll note it down that if you click on the arrow, then I'm sorry, if you click on this button, then via arrow, I'll show the next page would come, then the next page would come, then the next page would come. So this is how you will do the requirement gathering. This is how we do the prototyping in wireframe, which is very important tool. That is why I always say in my user stories, I create the raw designs. Okay, create mockups to visualize the requirement and gather feedback early to refine the features. इसका मतलब ये है कि via pictorial representation or wireframes and prototypes, I will visualize the UI UX to the client, and then client will give me the feedback so that I can refine my UI UX or wireframes or prototypes or the documents like user stories and FRD so that we can start the sprint for the design, development, testing, deployment once we get the incorporation and approval. Okay, so that's what requirement gathering techniques is all about. User stories and story mapping. ठीक है, स्टोरी मैपिंग को भी हम वायर फ्रेम्स ऑफ प्रोटोटाइप्स ही बोलते हैं. ठीक है, टू विजुलाइज द यूजर जर्नी. अब ये स्टोरी मैपिंग कभी कभी फ्लो डायग्राम से भी होती है, जैसे यूएमएल यूनिफाइड मॉडल लेबलिंग डायग्राम, डेटा फ्लोज, एक्टिविटी फ्लोज. ठीक है, बिजनेस प्रोसेस फ्लोज, एंड वी डिफाइन द यूजर स्टोरीज. Second is interviews and workshops. Of course, we do internal interviews and with client as well, so that we can understand what exactly is the vision, what exactly is the expectations, and then organize a brainstorming session. I'm sure you all know the meaning of brainstorming. जैसे कि आप और हम, आप और मैं, we all are talking about a Salesforce business analyst training and placement program. We all are giving our own inputs. So we are doing brainstorming session. Okay. Then of course, prototyping and wireframing, observation and shadowing. ठीक है, लेकिन ये जो ऑब्जर्वेशन एंड शैडोइंग है, ठीक है, दिस इज यूएटी के टाइम पे या फिर एग्जिस्टिंग सिस्टम व्हेन इट इज ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल and when client has a historical and artifacts and referential, so that client can check it and observe and give us their observations. Okay. So and backlog grooming and prioritization, that is of course the gathering technique. ये हमने ऑलरेडी बता ही दिया है. बैकलॉग ग्रूमिंग का मतलब होता है प्रोडक्ट बैकलॉग. बैकलॉग ग्रूमिंग का मतलब होता है प्रोडक्ट बैकलॉग रिफाइनमेंट. बैकलॉग ग्रूमिंग का मतलब होता है I as a product owner, I as a Scrum team, or let's say I as a product team member, I am checking the product backlog, and from one product backlog, as per the culture, I am creating 3 sprint backlog. And with 3 sprint backlogs, I am creating multiple user stories. With these multiple user stories, I am doing the sprint planning. What is the sprint planning? Sprint planning, जहाँ पे भाई I am doing ticket prioritization, task delegation, time estimation, resource allocation. ऐसा थोड़ा है कि एक product back, let's say this is how it's done. Believe me. One product backlog is equal to consider 100 tickets. कहाँ से आई 100 tickets? Product owner ने कहा कि I have connected with the client and we have 10 features for HRMS. ठीक है? Which is VMS, ATS, LMS, LMS, timesheet, payroll, roster, shift scheduling, infection, fatigue. 10 feature. For every feature, as is as a product and MVP, which is minimum viable product. मैंने 10 features बना दिए हैं. I have created 10 features for my 10 modules, which constitutes a one product HRMS. So these are 100 tickets. I am doing the product backlog refinement. That means first is VMS, second is ATS, third is leave, fourth is learning, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. That means January, February, March, April, and so on, and so on. I will be doing VMS in January, ATS in February, leave in March, learning in April, and so on, and so on. What is this? This is product backlog refinement. अभी ये पूरी नहीं हुई है. Now we as a product team, हमने कहा ठीक है, January, February, March, 1 month, 1 sprint. Sprint backlog. January sprint backlog, February sprint backlog, March, April, and so on. Now in January sprint backlog, we have 10 tickets. Now we are doing the sprint backlog refinement. These 10 tickets I am going to do in 30 days or 31 days or in 1 month. This is first day, 4th day, 10th day, 12th day, 15th day, 16th day ticket. This is the user story, FRD, use case, test case on this day, on this day, on this day. What am I doing? I'm doing ticket prioritization, task delegation, resource allocation, and time estimation. Then with the sprint backlog, I will create the agenda of the meeting with the user stories and FRDs. I will do the requirement gathering. Now client will give me changes, customization, enhancement, issues. Why? Kyunki, reason why the 10 tickets that I have created, the user stories, wireframes, and FRDs, these are as is. These are MVP, minimum viable product. With this as is, client will give me more changes, enhancement, customization, issues. So now these 10 tickets will become 20 tickets. So now with these 20 tickets, I have to start the sprint. So again, I will do the ticket prioritization, task delegation, resource allocation, and time estimation. Rohit, you are going to do 5 tickets. I'm sorry, you are going to do 20 tickets for user stories. These tickets you need to do first, second, third, fourth till 20th. This is the time you will take 4 days for this, 20 days for this, 30 days for this, 25 days for this, and so on and so on. And this is priority one, priority two, priority three, priority four. And then I'll start a sprint. Similarly with developers, testers, designers. This is how we can ensure that I have done a requirement gathering that is known as smart and good and complete. Everyone agrees, everyone is working on it. Okay, so that's what grooming and prioritization and the refinement is all about. Okay. Any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues as of now, guys? Yes, no, maybe.
Rohit, can you please explain about MVP? You just said minimal viable product.
Okay. Lakan bhai, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay. If someone asks me, okay, Rohit, you are the owner of MS Teams meeting feature and functionality. So what is your MVP? My MVP is minimum viable product. What is minimum viable product? Minimum viable product is this is as of now ready, and this is exactly as it is, as is I am going to provide to the client. That means abhi mere paas, as of now, I have chat button, record button, people raise, react, view, rooms, app, more, camera, my, all these features, navigation pane, this UI UX is available. So इसका मतलब ये है, it means that this is as of now 100% for sure I am going to give to the client. And now the client says, okay, this is your MVP. I'm okay. I'm fine with it. I like it. I'm on board. But I want more. I want there should be avatar or whatever the Gimli feature that is available in the market. It should be available here. There should be more options in chat so that we can attach more documents, videos, pictures, and mails accordingly. There should be an integrated and API integrated Outlook button available via which all my participants would be able to connect to Outlook. I mean, during the meeting as well. There should be a Excel or a Word option available so that I can do Word and Excel onto this. So this is the to be product that client is looking. So that's your MVP. ठीक है लखन भाई.
When we provide MVP to any customer, so that MVP is ready to use functional or in just like a demo, something like that. Means it can just be.
It could be two ways. One, it is available. वो एक soft key से directly integrate होके we can give it to the client. And second is, as per the client's expectations, we can change the MVP with its feature and functionality, and we keep on enhancing it. जो मैंने पहला वाला भी feature बताया. So that depends upon client's requirement. लेकिन ये है कि with these many features with MVP, that is what I'm going to give to the client 100% for sure. मतलब इतना मिनिमम और इतना बेसिक तो हम क्लाइंट को, जिसको हम बेसिक सब्सक्रिप्शन बोलते हैं, वो तो हम फीचर और फंक्शनैलिटी हम क्लाइंट को देंगे ही देंगे. ठीक है लखन भाई एंड ऑल. ठीक है. Alright guys, then comes elicitation. ठीक है, requirement elicitation. Can anyone tell me, I mean, what exactly do you mean by elicitation? I mean, how do you
Extracting the
elicit?
real needs.
I'm sorry?
Extracting the real needs. of the
Something
client.
we are?
Extracting the real needs.
Okay. Yes.
Extraction of real needs.
Uncovering what is needed.
ठीक है, alright. आप लोग गूगल करेंगे क्या?
They're using ChatGPT.
अच्छा
No.
कोई इशू नहीं. Yes. लेकिन देखो, let's say client's requirement is like I just mentioned. Client said कि यार ठीक है, your MVP is chat, people raise, okay, that is good to go. And with the same budget, with the same time constraint, ठीक है, within $1 million and within 12 months, 365 days. I want कि chat button should have more attachment options. It should have avatar and Gimli option. It should have a Outlook embedded option integrated with MS Office. So you say, okay, that is feasible as per the impact analysis. We need to have, we need to understand, and we need more budget and more time, because it will require more resources. It will impact the current project goal. It will definitely impact the resource allocation, which we have, accommodated as of now. So we have to elicitate this requirement as of now within the within the available constraint, or else we will elicit it, or elicitate का मतलब होता है to remove. Okay, a client would be expecting, a big building out of a single brick. That is not feasible now. We have to elucidate it. So we have to ensure that whatever the unnecessary and irrelevant requirements that we cannot accommodate as of now, due to the limitation of our technology, obligation of our technology, or resources, or time estimation, or budget,
Rohit, you have a
we need
network
to
issue. You have a network issue. Your voice is breaking out.
again.
Yeah.
Is it with everyone, guys?
I can
No.
hear it properly.
I can also hear it.
यार यहाँ तो मेरे ही अभी वाईफाई चल रहा है गेस. कोई नहीं, I'll repeat. So elicitations means you have to ensure that, देखो, when we are doing the requirement gathering, we get some information from the client side, expectations, changes, enhancement, customizations. So as per those changes, अब जैसे कि मैंने कहा, before the requirement gathering, we had 10 tickets. After requirement gathering, we have now 20 tickets. तो जब हमने 10 tickets की sprint planning करी, we did time estimation, resource allocation, task delegation, and ticket prioritization. Now with these 20 tickets, the task is doubled. Okay, people who were doing 4-hour shift, now they are supposed to do 8-hour shift. Whether BA, QA, developer, tester, designer, database, DevOps, support, everyone, because tasks and activities have been doubled. So according to this, we have to elicitate, or at least we have to push forward some of the activities to the next sprint. If we can do it in the current sprint as per the availability of the resources and time, we can and we would. If not, then we have to elicitate. So that's how, when we are doing the user stories, we make sure that we keep it on the simple and customer centric and concise and clear, to ensure that our user stories is as per the developer's understanding. Continuous feedback requirements are refined so that each and every stakeholder, as per the Scrum ceremony, they should be able to understand that, okay, आज daily Scrum हुआ, sprint review हुआ, sprint planning हुई, retrospective हुई, and according to that, and according to the feedback, we are working on it accurately and we are up to date. We are prioritizing the tickets or Jira cards or activities in such a way that we are in line and synchronized with the sprint and project goals, so that we don't miss the deadline. every definition of done is as per the requirement. Okay. Of course, collaboration is there, which means you are, connected with each and every team member, each and every stakeholder. So everyone is interdependent and aware of each and everyone's task. Okay. And of course, adaptive. Guys, agile का तो मतलब ही ये है कि we are adaptive. ठीक है. At any given point of time, मैंने भी अपने tenure में I have cancelled multiple sprints. क्यों? क्योंकि we have to encourage and entertain changes. ठीक है. टाइम शीट के टाइम पे जब वो वेज रेट कैलकुलेटर when it was not working or it was not working as per the expectations of the client side, so we changed it like 15-20 times with n number of protocols and calculators that we have put in. And I still remember shift scheduling, we stopped it and put it on hold for the next 4 months approximately, because we need to start working on the infection and fatigue. Okay, so this is what Agile's beauty is all about, that we can, as per the clients and as per the company's requirement, we can work and we can change at any given point of time. Okay, guys, any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues as of now? Yes, no, maybe.
All good, Rohit.
Okay, good to go, guys. Guys, as usual, I have a 4 o'clock interview, so I have to be the part of it. It's quite important. Final discussion. So I'll be sharing this recording right away, and we will be connecting this Saturday for better understanding. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Stay safe and be safe and have a great day. And I'll upload this recording right away. Take care. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you, Rohit. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rohit. Bye, Rohit.